Hello? Hey, good. The mic's on today. Imagine that. Hang on. There's too many headphones. We need these ones. No. Put those away. Close the abyss. And let's see what we're dealing with today. Oh, honey, it's okay, buddy. Lucy's a little sad, but you can't come in here right now. Kitty cat's going wild. Hi, sweetie. Elworth here. Thank you very much for the 48-month resub. 48-month resub, 68-month resub. It's a long time. What's up? I'm new here. Never watched the stream before. Do you have any advice for a brand new viewer? Me. Always pet the cats and dogs is number one. Number two is always come back, because we're always, we're like the Backstreet Boys. We're always coming back again. And then, number three is always bring your water to your desk, otherwise you're going to end up dehydrated. Holy smokes. Also, Silver Stitcher had a 29-month resub. Thank you very much. Welcome back. DVK Joe giving out some gift subs. Appreciate it. I really did leave my water at my desk. Let's see. Actually, did I get a water? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back for it later. I also have breakfast here because I was running a little, I don't know if late feels like the right word, amok. So I'm kind of playing like goalie on the food. I can show you what we're having. This is coffee. Coffee good. I've decided not to sweeten it this morning because of no good reason. Maybe I think I don't deserve it anymore. There's also, it's like Splenda, like what's it even doing? This is Greek yogurt, and then there's granola, and then there's bananas, and then I also have strawberries that I picked from my balcony yesterday, put them in a dish, and stuck them up on the plushie shelf because I didn't want Kitty to get into them and eat them like she tried to do earlier just moments ago. But then I forgot about them. I was going to eat them at my desk yesterday, and then I completely forgot they were up there. So I've just gotten them back. They've been at room temperature all night, but they're strawberries. They look fine. I might have those on the stuff too. But we don't have any water, so sorry. 1 sec, it'll be fast. You always need water. Very important. It's so sunny out that it looks like I left lights on out front, and I didn't. This isn't my normal water bottle. This is normally the one that I take with me in my car because it's narrow enough to fit in the car water holder. And then I covered it with stickers because I get to do whatever I want. And it'll do. I must have filled that up with water at some point. Because it is full. Katie, no, you can't have my strawberries. I'm sorry. Oh, you can't have the coffee either. That's not going to work out. Gosh, we were playing this game this morning where I was trying to type a stream title and she was trying to step on my keyboard and headbutt my mouse hand, which also has input giving buttons on it, as aggressively as she could at the same time. And maybe I should have just let her do the stream title. Maybe she would have come up with something good. She might have some strong content ideas. Best coffee, those that are black like my soul. Shelf strawberries. Best at room temp, sweeter. How much space are they taking up? Not very much. It's a tiny little, okay, it's not tiny, but it's like a small pot. It's maybe 10 inches in diameter and then 8 inches tall. They probably could use more room, but they're doing pretty good. It's not going to make bushels of strawberries by any means, but, are you leaving already? You don't have to leave. I like having you here. Yeah, it's not going to make bushels of strawberries, but they are small and delicious and tasty. They would be bigger if I'd watered it more judiciously. But, who am I? Have you heard? They're testing the war within interest scenario. I saw something. They were doing something on beta. Also, I don't have any sound. It's spooky and quiet, and I don't like it. Let's see. Does that help? A little bit. Oh, yeah. There we go. Spooky quiet. So, pick up this one. And then we'll see if we can have some food and water and coffee. Oh, the labels are back. Good news. Wowie.
It's fascinating how strongly Azeroth
Small space, not drowning them? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't... There are probably worse ways to suffer than to be drowning in strawberries. But yeah, they do okay in the balcony. I'm lucky that I can get some direct sunshine, at least for part of the day on it. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to grow fruits because they like sun, but I can. Yes. Well, I'm gonna get over here ish. And then let's see. How bad is the coffee without the sweetener? Am I adult enough to deal with this? It just has oat milk in it. Like, let's all calm down. Finest experience I ever had in my life. This is pretty good. I figured the trick would be to wait until I really wanted to drink coffee, and then I would be less picky about how sweet it tasted. Good morning, Hazelnutty plus chat. Good morning, Kelferon. Council cut down a massive tree behind my garden while I was out earlier. Home for birds, blocking the flats behind me. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I wonder if there's a silver lining, but it's probably not the right time to look for it. Had a character who I level peacefully for 3 years. Today, I went to the Radiant Echo, stood there, did nothing, and now I have 15 kills. Oh. I wonder how that happened. Oh, there we go. I don't know what it would have counted you at if you didn't tag anything. Just for being in the area, I guess. Maybe other people killing things counts. Peppers, pretty cool with indirect sunlight. Really? I always found that mine like to be like really sunny, very warm, a tiny bit dry. They wanted to get at least to make like lots of peppers. Tomatoes I find are often they also like sun. The ones that do better in less sun I found are like the leafy green ones, so like lettuces, spinach, that kind of thing. Some flowers will do nice in like partial shade because of reasons or something. But I'm a real, I don't want to say no, I am an amateur plant person. I like plants. I have them. I am pretty willfully ignorant in anything that I don't already know at this point, though. I've reached a point in my relationship with all my plants where if they live, then that's great, and I can grow those ones. And if they don't live, we weren't meant to be. It wasn't cut out for success. It's not them, not me. Definitely not me forgetting they exist and not watering them for ages. They're just not well suited to my lifestyle. Currency transfer disabled. Yes, I do not see a transfer button. Must be under maintenance or something. Go back to this one. I have the urge to buy Hollow Taco. They're nice nail polishes. I haven't bought any in a long time because I realize that I'm a broke girl that can do just fine painting my nails a flat color with the same drugstore nail polishes I've always used. But when you want to treat yourself, they're very lovely. Icon, thank you for the 3-month resub. Homies have been road tripping around the country returned. They stocked my fridge with blueberries. Oh! Ghost pepper, Jason peppers. Oh. It's H-O-L-O. Hollow, not Halo. Halo's a different kind of thing. I'm only being picky about it because I feel like Christine would want me to be. I don't think she'd want me to be a jerk. But it's like the whole point. We got some we got some coffee. I should probably eat the breakfast, huh? You know, this fruit's been out here long enough. I recently waged war upon fruit flies. Fruit flies are the physical embodiment of my failures because whenever I don't eat fruit that's out quickly enough and then I notice there's fruit flies there, I know I really messed up because now not only is my fruit bad, but also I have fruit flies and that sucks. But I've gotten back on top with a ruthless combination of a little dish of apple cider vinegar and some saran wrap that you poke some holes in. Works a real treat to trap them. So we're reset, but it means that I need to eat my fruit while it's fresh, and it's hard because I buy bananas and then I immediately forget that bananas have ever existed on this planet. But we have one at least on the thing. Honestly, it's a little cheesy of me, but I kind of want to eat, so I think I'm just gonna like park myself here. I'm gonna kill one mob for my conscience, and then I'm just gonna have my breakfast. My pet may be taunting raid bosses. I had to tame a temporary pet. I went all the way out to Dragonflight to get I was looking at a couple different pets, but they were all in the Emerald Dream, and I'm not allowed to go there yet. So I ended up just taming a random bird that was nearby. It's a pretty bird, but I'm refusing to name it because I don't even know if I want to keep it. Oh. I've used wine before too. I've used red wine to trap them. I never mixed it with soap. It's not a bad idea. Yogurt with granola is like cereal and milk, except it's just like heavier. You coming back? I should try and put... The problem is that I didn't pull out the stems or anything. And I don't want to eat them. Although maybe I can just pull them out. Oh. Strawberries get like little and lumpy like this when you don't water them enough, but they're like perfectly ripe, which is nice. Or they were yesterday before I forgot them on my shelf. We were talking about trapping fruit flies to remove them from one's home and life. Oh no! Well, I saw that one coming. That one's really ripe, and I tried to pull out the stem, and now I have strawberry juice all over my fingers. I'm gonna have to go wash my hands. I'm just gonna eat these lids like an animal. Hang on. Oh, yeah, hopefully nobody's drinking the soapy wine. Okay, can you hold down the fort for a sec? Cat streamer. It's a streamer who's a cat. Try not to get strawberry juice on her. Don't eat my breakfast, please. How's it going? Good? You're so cute, I don't really want to get you up. Bought the Epic Edition. Looking forward to playing The War Within with my friends. Nice. Something other than wine work? Apple cider vinegar is my go-to. It's cheap and it also does fine. You could probably, there's probably lots of other things that would work. They like stuff that's like sweet and fruity, but apple cider vinegar does work the treat. Keep on hand as a cleaner? Yeah. Tiny baby. Are you small? I think I missed Anixia. As evidenced by the lack of anything going on right here. So, it's fine. We got 40 minutes. The event will roll around again. Go hang out over here. Sneak experience and eat some more breakfast. How many else do you have? A lot after Pandaria. I could probably stand to do like a fresh count, to be honest. I know we leveled approximately 9 in Pandaria. And I've leveled a few since then in the pre-patch event, and we had somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 before. So not like a crazy amount. You know, it's not like 50. It might be somewhere approaching 30, but probably under 30. I think it's 25-ish. It must feel very clever to sit on that little space. I want to feel even more impressed. She can't even see. She's blind, and she can still do that. She's so special. Are we insinuating that 50 would be a problem? No. Problem? No. I do that. I say that to my partner whenever I'm doing something that's like extra. You know, like I'm taking off my pants on the couch to just watch TV, really cozy under a blanket. But you know, he just looks at me and I'm like, problem. It's good. This and remix means I now have almost every class at max. Bob B5, hey Hazel and Kira, hello, how you doing? Nerf the goal for races in Dragonflight. Anyone know if there's replacement ones? I'm hoping so, but I can't promise you for sure. I don't actually know. I'm assuming the main reason the gold got nerfed was just it's not because they want us to be broke forever, it's just because they don't want us to feel like we have to come back and keep doing this forever. They've done it in the past with gold from other stuff like that. BFA world quests and emissaries and etc, etc. There is still some gold to be made from some of these things. Whoa! There we go. Nice. Oh. I don't know how people eat on a stream. I don't want anyone to have to listen to me chew. Take my dysfunctional jaw away from the microphone. To get to Dalaran at low level, you could either take the portal, there's one near the auction house in Stormwind or Orgrimmar, but the thing that I decided to do, after messing around with it, is just to go to the mission board, pick up the Legion intro quest. You don't have to do any questing, you just have to go to where it sends you, skip the intro, it'll port you to Dalaran, and that way your Dalaran Hearthstone toy will work. If you take the portal that's near the auction house, at least as of like a couple days ago, it still wouldn't enable your Dalaran Hearthstone. And it takes like a minute to do the skip quest, so that's what I've been doing now. Yeah, 5570s will be taking no questions. Well, I'm glad I remembered those strawberries, because that could have been bad if I just like forgot them indefinitely. Talk about fruit flies. You turn on the stream and it's just like a spooky Halloween with like, well, I guess it wouldn't have invited spiders. Maybe the spiders came for the flies. Webs in the corner and flies everywhere, and it's like the butcher's table in what dungeon am I thinking of? The one with all the Worgen? Oh. Thank you. Shout out, thank you. There's lots of places in the game. Stratholme has them too, I'm pretty sure. There's lots of places in the game that have like the butcher tables with like the meat and the flies, but that was the one that I had in mind. Would you rather do the same daily 23 times or cancel scan the same amount of time to make gold day after day? Is it like, gun to my head, I have to do one of those two things, because I'm pretty sure I would very quickly do neither and just be poor. Like, those both sound awful. 23 times? I mean, how is this daily, like, if it's just like kill one mob, you know, if this is a BFA style, drop into a cave, and, you know, this person's abusing Azurite's powers, then that's great. But if they want me to, like, to go techno scrying or something, they're gonna have another thing coming. Oh, it's a dragon race. I'd probably prefer the dragon racing, but not by a huge margin. But if it's like one of those really fiddly annoying world quests, then absolutely not. At that point, we're just cancel scanning. Because cancel scanning or like posting the auction house, you can do that with like a show or something on your second monitor. Nothing says you have to like dedicate your undivided attention to it. But I don't know if it's good for me to multitask like that. We're having a little breakfast stream today. This is the saddest mukbang. It's not sad, actually, it's delicious. But I feel like on a real mukbang stream, you have to like show the food and then eat it in a way that like makes people wish they were eating it. And I don't know if anybody actually wants my yogurt. Like, I don't think they do. And if they do, then I hope that they find yogurt in their lives, you know what I mean? The strawberries were really good. Banana's okay, it's getting a little ripe. Hi, Sokka. I hope you feel better soon. Am I helping anything? Oh, my pet's gone. I really want to... Oh, my pet's dead. That's dramatic. To tame some more pets. But all the pets that I liked, I was looking through different types of them. All the ones that I liked were like from the Emerald Dream specifically. Like I wanted the Dream Darter. I wanted one of the Somnals, not like the fiery one, but just like a regular Somnal.
Are these Azeroth's memories or ours?
Yeah, Dark Shore Sabers are really cool. I don't know if there's a level requirement. There might be. The portals certainly weren't there for me. Because I know on my other alts, even if I didn't do any quest to unlock the Emerald Dream, I can still just go by portal at level 70. And in this character, that wasn't available to me. So I'm wondering, is it... I bet if I got to 70, I could just go. It's possible I could go before 70 with a quest line, but I don't really know when. I don't know. Dragonflight in Chromie time is such a new thing that... I don't know. I don't want to chase like a bunch of wild theories trying to get it to work when I could just, you know, level for... I could probably finish leveling in that time and then just go get the pets that I want. It's so endearing to everyone getting the leveling ding when someone levels up near you in these events. Is that what's been going on? I feel like I've seen that, but I didn't know what it was. I just thought everybody was like leveling like a lot. I thought that everybody was leveling. It was kind of cool.
To show us. Here we go again.
So there's 1 week until early access. That's not very much time. I need to do at least one day where I literally just rip through my bags and bank and everything on like basically all of my characters. Put on their gear, catalyze anything they're gonna do, spend all my gold, and then move forward into this bright new future. I don't have much gold left. I'm always a little overly aggressive when it comes to in-game house cleaning. I often let go of items that I probably could have held on to and I have to replace them later. But my logic is that as long as it's not like an absolute nightmare to replace them later, then that's fine. I would rather just have the space back in the meantime until I figure out what it is that I want from it. I know, I'm taking huge bites because I want to be done soon so I can go back to talking and streaming.
Are these echoes a message or merely a response?
Sooner or later, clicking your buttons comes for us all. You think you're too good for it, and then one day, breakfast hits you. How does your fridge have too much cheese? What does that mean? How did it happen? Can I have some? What kind of cheese? Madam Hazel, Mistress of Mooses, Keeper of Cures. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Hello! Man, Moose this morning, we were having our walk, and he was having some feelings. He was doing a lot today. And he sees a neighbor with their dog out, and he like comes up to say hi. And we know these neighbors, and as usual, their dog just kind of looks at him and goes, "Nah." It's like a little dog, and he tolerates Moose, but he's like not having it. And then Moose is just like, and he like takes the he bites the leash sometimes when he's like really worked up, and he's just like prancing around like a one of those things at the Calgary Stampede. A bucking bronco. Prancing around like a bucking bronco is a surprisingly difficult sentence to say. I need more coffee. But he was just being really extra. The neighbors were kind of laughing at him. And they were, I don't want to say impressed, but I was glad that usually the way to snap him out of that is to ask him for stuff, like to get him to do commands. So I asked him to like watch me and then sit and then touch. And he did them. And I was like, oh, look at that. The insane beast knows a few things when he's not being crazy. Homies came back. Montreal has lots of good cheese. They couldn't help themselves. Went to the market. Went to town. Oh, won the prize for the best cheese in the world. Oh, he's very fun. He's also not like dangerous when he's being crazy. He's just romping around. He's just bouncing around, being real silly. He's just an enormous, super goofy puppy. The biggest danger is that if he's not looking where he's going and he runs into you, you do got to kind of watch out for the moose zone. But he's on leash, so I can kind of contain him from trampling any nearby children or like small dogs. Latest last week tonight with John Oliver about Hawaii. You think you have it bad? I do not have it $3 an apple bad. That's pretty egregious. I don't think I would eat apples if they were $3 each. Or maybe I would love apples. I would covet them. I would worship them. I would have one every week, and I would like make an event out of it. And I would appreciate apples in a way that I don't right now because I can get them for less than $3 each.
Remain just a memory. Here we go again.
I heard that in Nunavut, in Iqaluit, you can't even like drive trucks in there. So everything that gets there that is going to be like bought or sold or anything has to be airlifted in, which is crazy. Don't get trampled by moose. Sometimes I like to sit down or lay down in the moosey trample zone. Because then he'll kind of trample, but he'll kind of cuddle, and it's pretty cute. It's my buddy. I'm pretty sure that's why everyone just hunts. Yeah.
No time for nostalgia, champion.
How are we doing? I'm good. I've got 28k currency. I'm hoping just to be able to like basically kit myself out whenever we do finish leveling without too much drama. Get her a bunch of 480 stuff and then maybe catalyze some tier out of it. I wonder if I have the appearances already for like the season 4 tier. I might do. Might have them. We're almost finished this.
I wonder what Azeroth is trying to tell us with these echoes.
I'm gonna want to change this Hunter's Mog. I might want to leave it until the War Within. And put her in like some new stuff then. I know I have like millions of things to wear, but I've been kind of enjoying this. These pants make me feel like she's leatherworking even though she doesn't have it. And like she made them and she's like, I wore those in Hardcore Classic for a long time. Hello, curious about your action bar placement. It used to make more sense. I like to keep them nested to the left of my screen against where I keep my chat log and also on stream where I keep my my camera. Right now it's a little overlapping. I'm kind of covering up half of the left column of icons, but whatever. And then if we look at edit mode, this bar right here, the one on the left, that is my keyboard buttons. And then these three are all mouse buttons. They all correspond to the grid on the side of the mouse. The larger one is unmodified, and then the smaller bars indicate that those are with a modifier. So this one's with Shift, and this one's with Alt. I do love leatherworking my hunters. Getting leatherworking on a hunter is very nostalgic for me. I always end up doing it. My audio levels. Like, is my game sound too quiet? Because I'm a mess when it comes to sound. They're around there, but like, there's so many different ways to adjust your sound on your computer. My overall PC sounds on like 26% right now. Oh, I found a strawberry. The mouse is a G600, and Logitech, as far as I know, doesn't make them anymore, which was a very upsetting thing to me. When this one dies, I'm gonna probably try something different. Almost non-existent? Okay, I'll turn it up. How do you feel about blitzing your oats, yogurt, and banana into a smoothie? I've been doing for a while, do like it a lot. It would be a very thick smoothie, wouldn't it? Buy a couple spares. They're already way too expensive. They've been out of production. And besides, I hate like the idea. Do you remember the Seinfeld episode where Elaine doesn't want to switch from the sponge, so she like hoards them? I don't want to be Elaine. I don't want to switch from the sponge. I don't want to I want to switch from it before I feel like I'm, you know, clinging to a finite supply. I'd rather use something that is in production, so I know that I can get the same thing if it does break. They are good, but it's a mouse. I'm playing WoW, you know? I'm not playing, like, Valorant or, I don't know, games that are, like, highly mouse-dependent. Lots of other mice have the 12-button grid on the side, and my brain can more or less adapt to various, like, as long as it's a mouse that can do the 1 through equals, we're pretty much set. I like the shape of this one, don't get me wrong. This one's been very comfy for me. I have large hands, and I used to use the Razer Naga, and then I stopped because, well, because I kept breaking them, but also it was, I was getting a lot of tension in my hands because I was claw gripping it because it was quite small relative, and this one's a bit wider, and I'm more relaxed on it. But I've got a Corsair something or another. I've got the Corsair version of this, new in a box in my cabinet, so that one day when this one does die, I can switch to that, and hopefully I'll like it. They're more expensive, but at least they still make them as far as I know. Although maybe by the time that I get there, they won't anymore. You can only use the mouse for games that are mouse-worthy. G600 with a broken scroll wheel and button. Oh no. Third top button like G600. That is pretty nice. I used to use it religiously. I don't really use it anymore. Alright, we did it. We'll get breakfast. Go team. I don't know why that was a go team moment. I did that all by myself. How many ults am I gonna play? It's kind of an open question. I've got like the 4 that are on the shortcut on the favorite screen. So I want to do like my main, which is my gnome priest, this hunter as an alt, and then a tank. Right now that's Barnacles, which is a bear druid, and then my 4th character I have set aside as my night elf rested druid that I typically PvP on. I haven't really done that in a while, but I'm not ruling it out. If I ever did rule it out, maybe I would replace her with something else. But I want to be able to do at least a little bit of Mythic Plus on all 3 roles, healing, DPSing, and tanking. Because there's an achievement or something. I forget the details, but I want to get that achievement. It might not even be Mythic Plus. It might be Mythic Zeros. I should probably... Here, we'll get to the next spot. I should probably just go soak the bowl in the sink so I don't have like... Oh no, I missed it. Nobody wants dried yogurt on their desk while they're gaming. And the one nice thing about living in a fairly small place is that you're never that far from your kitchen. I'm not like going downstairs or anything. It's pretty much around the corner. Right, one sec. No, not like this. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. You gotta sit down very carefully. You don't want to rock the cat. Red Dragon makes a nice replacement. I was curious about those, but I never got around to trying one. It's my shift for gaming. Oh, yeah, you need that then for sure. A pretty high-powered blender. Drink it over the course of like 15 minutes. Do you equip your alt with 480 gear from Radiant Echoes? Finish my 2 alts, don't know what to do. I haven't done it yet. At some point before the expansion comes out, at some point in the next week, basically, I'm going to... Man, I cannot decide between having Tauntaun and Taunt Off. I'm going to go through my Warbank because I've kind of stocked it up with this Radiant Echo gear, and I will equip... I'll just go through it and I'll just pull all that stuff onto as many characters as I can. I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 characters at 70, so I think that I'll be able to wear it on all of them. And then like catalyze it into different tier sets. If I didn't have that many characters, I would probably hold on to it just in case I ever had more characters in the future, so that I could, oh gosh. No! Oh, I was gonna turtle, but I was just a little slow. So that I could, I don't know, get the Mog for them later. Watching your videos. Took a couple year break from WoW, but the Mop remix brought me and my buddies back big time. Glad to catch the stream. Welcome back. Oh, remix was so fun. I miss it a little bit. Not enough to go back and spend any more time farming weapons. There's only a couple days left on it anyways, like 4 days left in remix or something. But it was such a cool idea. I'm glad they did it. Same button slopes and the side buttons, most similar. Better quality than Razor's, really. Oh, good to know. My pet's dead. Goodness. I don't know when currency transfer's coming back. Did they post anything about disabling it, or is it just something we noticed today? Because I definitely don't have it active. I don't know, my coffee's getting cold. I tried Remix like 2 weeks ago, wish I'd started sooner. It definitely got better over time. They dropped like a week or two of straight hotfixes that made it nicer to get all of the bronze stuff. I bet you it's boss time soon here, as soon as one of these memories finishes. But yeah, definitely running a little short on time now. Wowhead says they're working on it. Bugged currently. Let me see. Do they make like a post? Blizzard's working to fix an issue with the currency transfer system. Oh, yeah, they did make a blue post. A few moments ago, disabled the currency transfer function to address a system issue. As soon as we've got a fix for it, we'll re-enable them. Apologize for the inconvenience. So it'll come back at some point. Hopefully same day, but you never know. They disabled the warbank to deal with an issue, and we were missing that for a whole week. Funny going to Elefar dungeons, having some level 12 priest one-shot everything somehow. Yeah, the priest twinking was pretty strong. I never got it fully set up. I kind of messed around with it a little bit. I was going to make a video about that as well as about the mailbox trick, but I second guessed myself because one, it was already a little bit late in the game by the time I got to it, and then secondly, I didn't know if people were like annoyed at people abusing the trial account feature with multi-boxing to run dungeons in a way that was like not friendly to new players, and I didn't know if I should be encouraging that or not. It didn't really bother me. I wasn't really expecting like a super evenly paced remix experience. I felt like the purpose of remix was kind of to break it a little bit, but I knew not everybody felt that way, so I chickened out. Hi Hazel and chat. Hope everyone is well today. Hello Shay, how you doing today? Good? Opened early. Am I doomed? Just keep going. I would just keep at it. Especially if you've already got some, depending on how close you are, if you've already got like some raids under your belt, next best thing to do is just do as much normal raid as you can get away with. Like boost your cloak XP really high and then just do random heroic dungeons. You don't have to do it all at the end. It just saved a little bit of time. It's not as big a deal now as it used to be because they nerfed the amount of total experience it takes to level to 70. I did do an Ixia. 1400 memories. I haven't been lucky in the slightest when it comes to cloaks, capes or cloaks from this. The recruits ones that you get while you're leveling. But I'm kind of making my peace with that. I think I'm just going to pretend they don't exist. Might be a little bit easier. My monk twink spin to win and spin to win. Power level a lot of people. What is the first thing you plan to do at 80 in the War Within? My first thought is take a nap, get to 80, take a shower, go to bed. That's a great question. I'm usually a bit chaotic early in expansions. There's so much going on. I want to do all of it. It's later on I tend to kind of get like an order of operations, but early I just chase butterflies wildly for a while, so I'm probably going to do a little bit of everything. I'm going to be interested in trying out delves. I'll probably want to get a second character level, maybe not right away. I probably also want to get my feet wet in the dungeons. I know like the dungeon season won't have started yet, but we'll be able to do them on like normal and probably heroic and stuff. So maybe that's a good place to be, is to kind of get used to playing Holy Priest again with hero talents in like random dungeons. That might be a good place to start. Finish whatever quest you have, unlock world quests, go to the bank, that sort of thing. Figure out what my profession chores might look like. Oh, my pets. I don't think I'm in a very good spot here. I want to try PvP right out the gate. Wanted to find a nice lake and fish at launch, and I felt that. It's a good idea to have in the back pocket for when everything feels like it's getting too much. There are other people doing the Quilboar thing, but I bet you most people are at Gordok. We're level 33 in this character. She's coming along. But we gotta get to 70. Do you? Crochet? No. I have like a beginner crochet kit that I got for my birthday last year. Or Christmas or something. And I haven't done it yet. I haven't tried to learn to crochet. I know how to knit, but I'm not very good at it. I can't count well enough. And even with various tools available to help you keep track of your stitches and stuff, I tended to drop or pick up stitches and make wonky shaped items when I was knitting. I liked the peace and repetitiveness of it, but I kind of lacked the organization. I was doing better with cross stitch for a while. That was pretty nice, but I bit off a project that was way bigger than I could chew. I still haven't even close to finished it. That it's, what is it, August right now, and I'm not feeling confident that Christmas stocking will be ready for yet another Christmas. The owls, the hooty hoos. Yeah, it's the cross stitch project that I was working on was a Christmas stocking, and it was, so it's like quite a large thing, and it's, the design is three little owls with like hats and scarves and stuff, sitting on little snowy branches and whatnot. It's very cute, but it's like a pretty big project, and it's also one of those ones where you have to like, it's not printed on the fabric. You have to like count out your stitches, and again, I sometimes run into trouble with counting. I know how to count. I just forget where I am. It's not a counting problem. It's a mindfulness problem. One of my pets died. Here we go. Is it one of those freaking woobles? What is a wooble? I'm Googling this. Woobles. Learn to crochet kits for beginners. I think it's like an off-brand wooble. I don't remember seeing that branding, but it's that kind of thing. Like, it's to make a little kitty cat, I think. It was like a little gray cat like Kira. It was a very cute gift idea. My plan is to get my main level to 80, set up and start it with World Quest and Renown Grinding and Delves, and then start leveling my second 2 to 80. Maybe delayed, plan to unlock Earthen as soon as I can. Yeah, I was looking at their launch graphic showing when the different features will be available, and it seems like if somebody wants to main an Earthen in the War Within, they can. They just need to get to 80, do the campaign. Actually, I don't even know if getting to 80 is required, but they need to do the campaign to unlock Earthen and then go back and make their Earthen. But you'll have until September 10th to get leveled. I'm saying that like it's a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. Yeah, Radiant Echoes should end when the expansion releases. I'm assuming it's going to end on proper release and not an early access, because it would be really rude if they ended it on early access, so I bet you it goes till the 26th. Did they put it on the calendar or anything? No. The Stitchery on YouTube. I do like embroidery. It's kind of like a winter activity for me, though. In the summer, there's too much to do. Also, I was doing those things mainly before I got a dog. Once I brought home a puppy, my quiet arts and crafts time kind of evaporated. It's a lot harder to sit and quietly stitch when maybe when Moose is older, but he sleeps a lot now, and I don't know. It's tough. Moosey's always doing something. Maining an Earthen, busy few days for sure.
Are these echoes a message?
Get like a week with our Pandaria characters in pre-patch? Yeah, pretty much. Remix ends on the 19th. On the 20th. 20th at 8 a.m. So the 19th is the last full day. Full day of it. They've stuck it on the calendar here. And then, well, not, I mean, less than a week for proper release, and then only a couple of days. Only like 2 days worth, if you're doing early access. Oh no! What did they do to your G-Bank? Show me where the blizzard stole. What did they take? Am I gonna get spot? No, I'm just killing random things. Gordok first. Gordok over here. What is my played now? At level 33. We're at 3 hours and 49 minutes. Has the Carbon Guild Bank been funky? I do not know. My only interaction with the guild bank, I'm not leadership or anything. I'm not even on the officer team. I'm a peasant. I am a carbon peasant. my only interaction with the guild bank is once it's here, I take my augment rune out of there whenever they're using it to pass out augment runes. That's about it. Or not augment runes, Vantis runes. I take my Vantis rune from the G bank. Other than that, I don't touch it at all. Yeah, my carbon footprint's not very.
I wouldn't call this particular echo.
Better get to start collecting bronze to get all the mounts in transmog. Haven't played remix before. No time like the present. Are you the representative on Twitch? No. I keep streaming and like they're very separate things. I don't like to involve the guild in the stream and vice versa because it's not a stream guild. It's just like a private friends and family guild. People are not trying to get a bunch of public attention by being there. They're just trying to relax after work. So I don't like to stream. I occasionally have streamed voice and keys and stuff, but for the most part, I keep it fairly separate. Your video today was a blast from the past. Seeing those old clips, who knew? 11 years. Yeah, it's been a long time. I still feel awful about taking a break from it, but having looked back and seeing how much we did and how much it's changed over time, I feel a little bit better about taking a break from it because it's time to give it a bit, and maybe sometimes you have to close the door to open a different one. I really want to kind of loosen up and get out of my content rut a bit and try some new things, even if they don't work. I don't know what I mean by new things. It's vague because I don't know yet, but
What a
yeah,
peculiar
make a little space.
memory for Azeroth to show us.
One day, Flabby should capitalize on his fame and reputation. I don't know if that's what the world needs. I mean, it's what the world needs. I don't know if it's what Flabby would do, though. I think it's easy to get an impression of Flabby as being like this chaotic good character. And at least in terms of his relationship with the internet, I think he's kind of more chaotic neutral. He can be very much a troll. He's I don't know how he would get along with a chat. A Subnautica long play. Look, I have to keep up the bit. Okie dokie. I love chaotic neutral people. I am also chaotic neutral. The woman who built a prison under the stairs around him in Valentine. Listen, I never said I was good either. I'm like low-key worried about having too clean of a reputation online because I feel like if you get known as being like the nice person, then if you ever trip up even a little bit, it's like the most shocking thing ever, where somebody that's kind of known for being fairly chaotic and like not particularly altruistic to begin with does something crazy. It's like, well, whatever, it's Wednesday. Can you tell a mage they smell like moss? Mic drop. Saw the other day, someone suggested new alignments: lawful chaotic and chaotic lawful. Huh. Be crazy all the time and then shocked when you're completely normal. I mean, what if I'm just not living up to the Hazel Nutty branding? I don't think I could keep up a crazy high energy all the time. I think energy is great for content, but I think there's also something to be said for vibing. There's a middle ground. You don't want to be a dead fish, but not all of us can be like a loose electrical cord all the time. I am here for when you slip up and reveal your true nature. Mm-hmm. Relatable peons. Every time we have this conversation, I feel the need to go back to the real old PvP videos. Cousin studies in Victoria. Going to UVic? Nice. I'm going north. Quilboar, I suppose. What are today's earrings? They are. They're just like a bar. They're like a gold bar. They would probably look nicer with like a nice outfit, but I wanted to put them on today. Oh, there's one way up there. Oh no, it's 10 o'clock. It's over. It's over. I see. I gotta get out of here. What is this talk about Victoria now? That's where I live. I live in Victoria, BC. I do not go to UVic. I got rejected from UVic. I'm definitely not still sore about it all these years later. Lulu Z, Ziz6, thank you for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it. Gold bars, his earrings must be nice. Yeah, I wouldn't get too excited. I do have some nice jewelry. Not like, you know, we're not wearing the diamond they chucked out the Titanic or anything, but I do have a few things that have like actual gems, albeit itty bitty ones, but these are definitely not not particularly genuine. BF lives in Parksville, super close-ish. Parksville's gorgeous. University overrated anyway. Yeah, the one good thing about dropping out is that you don't end up spending as much on student loans, and you still get to realize that you tried. Oh, I need to pick up the daily, but it's a long time ago. It's another year ago. Every year that goes by, and we're letting it go. Things at the bottom of the ocean with her love anyway. Oh. I thought she was just tired of carrying it around because it was like really heavy. She's getting kind of old. You know, she's just trying to like lighten up her load a little bit. Live in a reserve, mid-island area near Nanaimo. Love the island for sure. Nice. I love it here. I say as I stutter. It's sometimes it's different from where I had been living. I grew up here and then I left for 7 years and then I came back. So I spent like my young adult years in Oregon and now I'm kind of returned. It's beautiful here. It's pretty expensive. It's pretty spendy. I won't lie. When people ask if they should come here, the answer is it's beautiful. Come visit. If you want to come live here, by all means, bring dollars. There's the meme that BC stands for bring cash. Argentines, that's right. Did you like Oregon? Yeah, Oregon was beautiful too. It had a good vibe when I was there. Hi from Clackamas. Nah, I lived around Portland-ish. I never lived like in Portland, but various suburbs around. I moved around a little bit. Vancouver's bad. Island in some places is something else. Yeah. For a while, I was kind of angsting over trying to save up and get into the real estate market and like buy a house or a townhouse or a condo or something. And I freaked myself out about it so badly that I have decided for the moment I'm just gonna, even if it's like a good time or interest rates or whatever, I'm just not gonna worry about it because it's just not happening right now. Even if I can afford it, I can't mentally afford it. I need a little more. I need to grow a little more as a person. I need a little bit more stability. I need to be the grown-up that I need me to be, and I'm not quite there yet. I know I'm 31, but I got more growing up to do. Like the waterfront area in Vancouver, Washington. Nice restaurants. You will grow up one day. Maybe. Some people never do. And there's an argument that says maybe you never have to. We have all these ideas about like what we should do in a life, and they're all things that we came up with. You know, you're gonna live and die no matter what. It's kind of up to you what you want to do with it and what your standards are. But I know that I will be a little bit more. I don't think life will ever be easy because that's kind of not what life is. Even if you had like the most charmed life ever, there's still going to be things that are really like difficult for you to deal with. It's just the human condition. But it would be nice if I kind of felt like I had taken reasonable care of everything in my domain, I guess. If I felt like I had my stuff together as well as could be expected. That's kind of the goal that I'm very slowly working towards. Catherine, thank you for the 21-month resub. Hello, everyone. Hello. How you doing? Expected by who? Big question. Expected by me. I would like to have things together as reasonably well as I can expect from myself. And I don't feel like I'm unreasonable, but I know that in my life in the last couple of years, I do okay. I've definitely made some big steps, and I'm a lot more functional than I was a long time ago. But I definitely have patterns that I'm working through in therapy, among other places. I have patterns of avoiding things that I'm afraid of, which is everything. I'm afraid of a lot of things. And I have some very strongly ingrained patterns of just sticking my head in the sand and finding ways to not think about stuff that I don't like. And that's a real good way to have problems get bigger. So if I can ever get that all the way under control, that would be great. We're working on it. Have you ever played Arcane Match? I had one for a hot minute in Cataclysm when the rotation was literally Arcane Blast, and then keep Arcane Blasting until you're out of mana. And that was very fun. I was all about the, like, 2-button rotation. You would, like, Arcane Blast a bunch of times, and then maybe cast Evocate, and then go back to Blasting. The last time I was on the island, somehow sat in an hour of traffic in Souk, of all places. That tracks. Souk is beautiful. Part of me wants to go live in Souk. And then part of me is like, man, that traffic. I don't know, man. Or at least to try to get out of Souk. Definitely not 2 buttons anymore. Yeah. Can't win them all. Random Red Shirt, thank you for the 49-month resub. Good morning, Hazel and chat. Hope your Thursday's going well. Thank you very much. There's a roundabout in the middle of town. Oh, I think I know the one you mean, because there's like one big one. No one knew how to use. Oh dear. Lich King's almost up. I wonder what the last one to do. Probably Thorim. Oh no, there he is. Evening. Good evening. I still see, there's tons of traffic circles and like roundabouts in town. And I still see people, not so much in the big ones, but in like the little residential ones, go into them the wrong way. Like they want to turn left, so they just turn left, which is not, you're supposed to just go around. But some people just do not care. They either don't know or they don't care. Grumpy Zim, thank you for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it very much. Welcome back. That's scary. I think that this is actually one of the calmer and more sane places to drive in the world, relatively speaking. But it's the first place I've lived that I've done like quite a bit of driving on my own. I was driving a bit in Oregon towards the later years that I was living there, but not very much. Some. And I've come to realize since driving myself everywhere that everyone's really just fighting for their lives out there. Some people are just making it up as they go, and it's terrifying. Any recruit drops? A couple of pieces. I've got 3 items here from today. Nothing, maybe 2. I think that puller might have been pre-existing. But no cloaks. People around here don't care at all. Seen people get cut off by dudes on quads. Driving is regulated by the province that you live in, so the licensing process is going to differ depending on what province you live in. And it changes over time. You do start at 16, and in some places you can start doing the earlier stuff even before 16. Like you can do like the road, I don't know. But in BC you go through a graduated licensing program, so you'll get an L first, and that's when you can drive with one supervising like instructor or adult with a license or whatnot, and you'll have that for a while. When I was a kid, it was a year, but I think it might be different now. BC. Let me see what they make you do now. So you can get your L on or after your 16th birthday, and that's just for doing the knowledge test and like just the questions and answers. And then it's not that bad. So you do a year of practice with your L, and then you can take your first road test to get your N. And then with your N, you're allowed to drive on your own, but there's rules about like how many people you can have in the car, stuff like that. And then you need 2 years of safe driving with an N before you can get your full license, or 18 months if you take an ICBC approved driver training course. So it's 3 years to get your full license, right? 3 years? Yeah, because you can get your L right away. 1 year with that, 2 years with the N. And that's if you like pass everything, you do it all right away. It was I didn't go all the way through that program. I had an L when I was a teenager, but I wasn't able to practice or like get lessons, or there was really no time or people or money available to teach me at the time, because of just like life stuff going on. So my L eventually expired and I didn't get my license. And then I moved to the States, didn't drive for ages. And then when I was like 26, 27, I got my license through the Oregon system and then was able to trade it over here. And getting your driver's license in Oregon, by comparison, not that complicated. Because I was of a certain age, there weren't even any mandatory wait periods. Like if I wanted to and I had known how to drive, I could have just done like my knowledge test, gone back, slammed a road test and gotten a license, I'm pretty sure. But I kept my learners for a while because I needed to like learn how to drive. Live so far without it, so you'll be forced to take it, and I hate it. It was such a source of, I mean, it still is. I have a full license now, and I've had one for years, and I still get really anxious about driving sometimes. All the time. But the more I do it, the better it gets. And I won't lie that my life is a lot, it depends on where you live and how well you get around and stuff, but like my life is a lot richer and more I do more things because I can go places because I can go there. Like one of the reasons that I was so isolated as like a teenager and a young adult is because I didn't drive, so I would just stay home like all the time, and it gave me it made my social anxiety a lot worse because I was never really exposed to other people. The N stands for novice, I'm pretty sure. Learners and then novice. But, you know, the cool kids like to turn the N on the side to make a Z. Hate driving, live in Houston, Texas. I feel like it's kind of normal to be very anxious or uncomfortable or not like driving because, like, it's like the most dangerous thing that people just expect, like. And some people are so cavalier and reckless about it that it's like, well, yeah, of course you're stressful about this. Your stress response is trying to warn you that you could be in a lot of danger if something very small goes wrong. It's like the most high stakes thing that you do on a regular basis. It's completely normal to be nervous about it. The thing I remind myself of is that within reason, my anxiety actually sharpens my senses and reflexes. Like it's doing its job. It's making me pay attention, which is important. And it makes you very alert. Obviously, if you're having like a panic attack, then yeah, you need to pull over, and that's not good. But there's like a middle ground of where your anxiety actually helps you be a better driver once you're actually like going and paying attention and doing your best. Scared that other drivers will cause accidents. It'd be good for me. Think about the cost. Car ownership is not cheap. This is true. This is very much true. I want to be doing molten core on multiple characters. The binding I don't have dropped from getting on a character that isn't my main. I might go insane. The first year was hell, got too chill about it. Then year 2+, happy medium starts. Uncharacteristically chill when driving. My favorite thing, especially now that I have like my own car, and it's just my car. I get to take care of it. I get to keep it as clean as I want. I get to play my own music when I'm driving. I get to pick my playlist. I get to pick the directions. I get to choose like when I'm leaving and how much time I have to get there, so I don't have to feel like I'm like in a rush or anything like that. I get to not be road ragey, I guess. Like I used to sometimes be a little you know, when I was younger, there's different people that would drive that would get varying levels of tense on the road, and I hated being in the car with that. And the nice thing about driving myself is that, you know, I'm the one dealing with it, so I don't have to. There's no reason to get that upset. And sometimes I bring a plushie with me and I sit in the passenger seat if I'm driving somewhere by myself, so that I can feel like I'm not alone. I take one of my Squishmallows, I sit it in the passenger seat, and I go, "Let's go for a drive. You're coming with me to wherever it is that I'm going." Me and the gang praying for our lives while we drive over the Malahat. I kind of hate driving over the Malahat. I just grew up hearing too many stories. Also, I'm in a terrible spot. I grew up hearing too many stories about how, oops, somebody drove off. Like, it doesn't happen very often. Obviously, tons of people commute over that mountain every single day. But, like, when you grow up and you're just watching, like, the 5 o'clock news or whatever, every now and then there's going to be a news story of being like, today, somebody just went over the barrier and down the side of the mountain. Traffic is closed until further notice. And it's like, good Lord. Do you know why I can't use my dollar in Hearthstone while leveling an Elton Remix? In Remix, you are stuck in Pandaria. You're not going to be able to do anything that would take you outside of Pandaria. Mod panic attack, driving truck in an area I'm unfamiliar with, having to deliver to a tiny shop, a massive truck. That does sound really stressful. Not news if it happens. It didn't happen every day, but it happened enough to stick out in my brain. I need data on whatever Squishmallows are. Oh, they're just plushies. Squishy. Big pillows. You can get them at Costco. I got a few of them at the grocery store. That's how they get me. I'm a real sucker for buying non-food items at the grocery store. That was how I got into plants. Was when I was like 17 and I was shopping on my own for the first time when I'd first moved out. I was there and there was like a little jade plant at the store and I'm like, so I could just like buy this. Like, it's like $5. No one's gonna stop me from buying this. I don't have to ask anybody if I can buy this. I don't have to like convince anybody that I can keep this alive. I can just bring this plant home. It was a revelatory moment. How could I get out of Pandaria when I'm 70? Gotta wait. The Remix characters will be released to the regular game when Remix ends on the 20th, 8 a.m. on the 20th. And until then, there is absolutely nothing you can do. What's the reason no one else is farming echoes? Can't do it solo? Are you by any chance in Chromie time? That can sometimes... I actually forgot that I had put myself in Chromie time for a hot second. And then I came out and I tried to do echoes and there was nobody out there and I was like, that's what I did. Secret vote they can get you $1 on? Didn't watch the video, not sure. Huh. Repel by buying plants makes sense. I need to water a few more of my plants. I'm a little behind on a lot of things in small things in my life that are kind of like piling up. But I don't know if they're gonna get done in the short term. We'll see. Guilty of buying any and all art supplies they have. Kids' art supplies, cheap, good for experimenting. I love stationery. I like checking out the back to school section despite the fact that I'm not in school and I have not been in a long time. I just like looking at the colored pens and stuff. I don't even buy them anymore because I have enough of them. Like, there's only so many pens that you can use to write a to-do list that you're not going to finish. And I own those already. But you know, if they've run out of ink, I know where to go. Me with stationery. I don't know what's happening to the bullions after the expansion comes out. I don't think you'll be able to get any more bullions. I don't know that for sure, actually, but I would assume the vendor's not going anywhere. Also, the things that you're buying with them are just items that drop in the raid anyway. They're not exclusive to bullions, so if you didn't get them now, when eventually you can solo those raids down the road, you'll be able to farm them that way too. Sucker for the washi tape. You never know when they'll come out with new pen technology. Me when they came out with the blow pens when I was a little kid. Those never worked very well. Those were an absolute mess. I don't remember what they were supposed to do. It was supposed to be like an airbrushing thing, but you were like blowing through the marker to like make it spray ink and mostly spit on your paper. Not as good as the sniffy markers. Howdy, Hazel and chat. Howdy, Steve. Welcome. Good morning or afternoon or evening. When I was young, I wanted the nice smelling pens. There was always like favorites of the smelly pens that people wanted. And they would like trade for them at school. The pen toppers or whatever.
Are these Azeroth's memories? Or ours?
level am I? 38? We have been coming along. I feel like since we came to Dragonblight, it's actually been going quite quickly. Which is weird because Dragonblight's not not the finest zone for this, but it's been going alright. Have you gotten lucky with the recruit gear? Not wildly. I did just get another pair of shoulders, but these are just things that go in heirloom slots anyways. And there's not any of the stuff that I'm actually missing here. But I mainly just want to get to 70. And then I want to go tame, I want to get to 70 and I want to tame the pets that I want in the Emerald Dream. I want a Somnowl, I want a Fey Darter, and then I need to pick a Tenacity pet, but it may end up being one that's in the Emerald Dream as well. Let's do Crusaders. That's a black liquor smelly pet, Psycho. I think that's one thing that I miss about my school years is how many different supplies you got to use. I hated homework. I liked school, but I hated homework. I didn't like sitting down and like doing things while at home. But it was fun to be doing a project where you get to like really dig into all of your supplies and like lay them all out, you know? You would do social studies and you would have like a class where you have to like color and label a map, and you would get like your little ruler and your nice little pencils, and you would do it in pencil first and then go over it in pen because you want to make sure you didn't misspell anything before you like committed to ink. And then you would have like your little pencil crayons, and that was really fun. And I liked that a lot. If all of school had just been labeling and coloring maps, because it was data entry, like you had a reference, you didn't have to memorize them until the test day. It was great. Doodling and graph paper hit different. Loved going school supply shopping. My first max level hunter outside of Remix. I wanted the Tiger and Panther from Mount Hydril and Zoldrack. Don't spawn quick, sadly. Oh, for hunter pets. Yeah. Yeah, those take a bit. I've always wanted the Spirit Bear. I've always wanted Arcturus, and I've never actually like properly camped and gotten him. I always got frustrated when I tried to camp popular hunter pets because as soon as I see somebody else also camping, the ethical dilemma would just overwhelm me because I'm like, well, what if they want it more than me? What if they were there first? What if they were there first, but then they took a bathroom break? You know, like, can I take a number? I always, even if you just accept that it's first come, first serve, and you guys are both just going to go for it, I always disliked the automatic enmity that kind of put you up to, and I also didn't like that feeling of like, man, I'm just not going to be fast enough at reacting to this. Someone is going to beat me to it for sure. I always left because I assumed I would get griefed. Spirit Fox from Duskwood and the Griffin from Stormwind. I have a couple of those on various hunters, but I change hunters too much. If I started taming, they would just kill it. That happened to me in Pandaria, but luckily it was one that was luckily it was a pet that spawned again quickly. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get that Spirit Bear. You'd think I would be sick of these voice lines, and I'm really not. I like them a lot. It's a good sign that there's going to be a nice quick event that's good experience coming up any second now. Thanks for the tip. Was in Kurumi time. Nice. Yeah, it's good when it's an easy fix. Discord that helps with rares? Oh, I'm sure there must be. I got a couple of the rare spirit beasts on different hunters from people in chat helping out. Want to remake my first ever dwarf hunter to attach to my other hunter's pets. Don't know what to do. Yeah, I would love if they would give us like, even if it was like a gold sink to like to transfer a pet to a different hunter, or like something on a cooldown that you couldn't do all the time. I think that a lot of people have rare pets or spirit beasts that are kind of like trapped on hunters that they don't play anymore on servers that they've moved off of and whatnot. And I think that, I don't know what the technology would have to be for them to do it, but that would be pretty cool. Warband stable would be a true blessing. All I play are hunters. Yeah, a whole warband stable would be awesome, of course. That would be the best case scenario. Or an option for an extra stable tab. People having a laugh in chat over this one. People saying, thank you, High Lord. I have a tiny giggle whenever I see somebody's add-on. It's like a leveling guide add-on. Print in chat, I just leveled up in 3 minutes. And it's like supposed to be like advertising the add-on, except that like we're all leveling in 3 minutes because all you're doing is the event. It's not complicated. You don't need to spend money to find out how to level at the pre-patch event. You just kind of do the bosses and stuff. Like, obviously it's not the only thing that those types of add-ons do, but it's just funny right now when it's like going off in such a easily understood leveling technique. If only you could breed hunter pets and sell them. The day that they bring Black Desert Online style mount breeding together is gonna be a dark and stormy day for a while. I don't think they would ever do it. They once upon a time had male and female markers for battle pets. It was not a visible thing, but it was like a hidden flag. And people had been speculating at that time that they were thinking about giving you ways to breed your battle pets, maybe to come up with different breeds or maybe for something else. And then for whatever reason, I can think of a few, but for whatever reason they never did it. It was a long time ago. The event did make me go get King Mosh. He was up, thankfully. I'm waiting on player housing. That would be so hype. That's the thing that if they ever announce player housing, like if they ever actually properly do a really good version of it, and they're announcing it at BlizzCon, that's a BlizzCon that I would want to be at. that would be a reason to celebrate all by itself. Yeah, Garrison was a form of housing. And I think there's definitely like lessons that they can learn from that. Maybe technology that they can pull from it. But they've had tons of feedback over the years about what people want from housing. Wonder if that's in the 5-year plan for them. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like a gamble because I feel like it would be a big investment to do it properly, and it would be kind of a huge flop if it comes out and it's like another Garrison, you know, like if they do it in a way that gets people's hopes up and then doesn't scratch the itch that they have. And it's been something that people have wanted for so long now that expectations have gotten kind of crazy. And everybody's kind of built up their own version in their head of exactly what it is that they want from player housing in WoW. Not everybody wants it, but lots of people have lots of ideas about what it should look like. So I feel like they either go huge, knock it out of the park, and they're heroes, or I don't know, it's almost better to not try it at all. Because if you do like another, like a half version that like doesn't really cover it, or it has some major limitation that people find really frustrating, then people are going to be double disappointed because that was like the chance for player housing. It's going to feel like they tried it, they blew it, they'll never do it again, and also we didn't even like it. So I feel like it's kind of got to be good.
It seems Azeroth has no need for historical record. But you,
wondering if the end of it is setting up a WoW 2 in a new engine? Future full of fun possibilities. Yeah, I always like the version of the concept for player housing that I'm not too fussed about where it is. Obviously, I would love it to be like an instanced house in like that I could pick in a different city or whatever. That would be great, but I'm not too fussed about where it is or what it looks like. I want it to be a place that I can keep returning to through expansions and furnish with various trophies from my collecting. That was one thing I really liked about the Garrison, is you had your Garrison stables and it would show your favorite mounts walking around, and you had your pet yard and all of your favorite pets would be like wandering around your Garrison, and you had the armor racks and, you know, armor sets that you had completely collected. Actually, that was the Legion class order hall, but armor sets that you collected could display on those racks. I want that, but like turned up to 1,000, and then with more decoration options, because they have so much beautiful art of like doodads and baubles and like furniture and all of these different things that you could, it would be really fun if you were able to place them yourself. It would just be a tricky thing to fit into WoW. But in my ideal world, it would be like a place to display everything we've collected, plus new collections to do. Maybe tied into professions or drops or both. You know, maybe a new profession. Let's get some carpenters. You know, let the tailors weave some tapestries and rugs. The Order Hall armor display was neat. That was the first thing that ever made me want to finish collecting an armor set. Before that, I would collect armor sets except for bracers, or like except for boots. Or like I would collect a cloth armor set and I wouldn't bother with the legs because why would you? You can't see them. And then when it turned out that for the Legion armor set display feature, you needed to have the whole thing for it to count as collected and show up on the rack. Then I was like, all right, well, yeah, I'm gonna finish getting all of these pieces. And it made me collect them in their entirety. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Tori. How you doing? Currency transfer is currently disabled. Blizzard's turned it off for the moment to fix something. Level 40. 30 more to go. Yeah, they seem pretty done with archaeology. They seem like they don't want to do any more traditional archaeology. If they were going to, then the Azerothian archives would have been a really good moment for it, and they did not go for it. So, speaking of Azerothian archives, actually, hang on a second. I need to do my weekly dig. Cubby Berry, thank you for the 4-month resub. Is it truly the last alt? What's one more? Oh, man. I'm gonna go race to the dig to do that, but then after the dig's over, we should... I want to count my characters, because if people have asked how many I have, and I actually don't know. Dig time, though. I am making raid guides. World Quest Gold was nerfed for Dragonflight in the last couple days. It's very sad. I wanted to do some of it. That was going to be how I filled my last couple of days before early access, but alas, I'm going to have to do something else. So we need to make sure we have... I actually don't know. Fine. If maybe I did it already. The weekly. You can go check it out anyway. Maybe they fixed it. What if that's true? That would be lovely. If they fixed it so that you could actually do jobs in the dig.
The Nokud Centaur attacked Clan Shikar's lands while our backs were turned.
How are they going to deal with remix characters in terms of gear? They're going to give you... They released a post talking about what you're going to get. It's template gear. So all remix characters, regardless of what they were wearing, are going to be in the same thing. Let me get to this dig and then I'll look for the post to remind myself of the details, because I forget exactly what it was. 460 something. Card Bros, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Thank you for picking me for your prime sub. My goodness. 467 looks like boosted gear. There you go. And then they talked about like the bags that they'll get as well. But yeah, I'm happy with that because I feel like that's high enough item level gear that I'm not going to need to worry about saving gear. Oh, I do need to do this still. I don't feel like I'll need to worry about saving Radiant Echoes gear for my remix alts because I have quite a few remix alts, and that was going to be like a lot of gear burden. Oh man, I don't know if it's gonna... I don't think they're gonna give me... Maybe they will. I don't think so. The event thing hasn't come up. Much better than expected, if so, thank goodness. Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but for a while there was this 424 figure floating around, and that would have been no good. That would have been not sufficient for me. Competitive with starting gear drops in new zones. That's nice. My squidgy and my shellfish and... What other characters did I make? I made a goblin hunter. with a funny name. I forget what it was. I mean, funny's a strong word, but she had a silly name. 424's current boosted level. Think that's why. No idea what I want to play. If I'm going to play yet. Maybe it'll come to you with time. I'm gonna be a gnome priest. This is my main. I'm Inksy the Insane. I'm adorable. Actually, she's a little spooky. They still have this eye shine. I really don't like it. It's fine when it's off center in like a static image, but the way that it tracks as your character spins is just freaks me out. It makes them look very unnatural. She has a little bit of resting witch face. I love that for her. I purposely like the cranky, like the dark under eye look on the gnome, because I feel like that represents her very well. I feel like there is a job, because it's giving me like the button and the clues and stuff, but like it's just not quite, something's just broken a bit about it. Wonder when this will be fixed. I hope they fix it at some point. It feels like not a good sign that we've made it this far and it's still this broken. Like, if now would be the time while people are still doing it, it's still current content. It's only going to be current content for another couple days. I could do jobs if I saw what the quest dude yells with my name. Oh. That's clever. Yeah, because they are talking to people around here. Did they tell Inksy to do anything? Sometimes they don't always name someone. Sometimes they're just like, hey, you there. Didn't even get around to this yet. It's nice to do it at least once a week because there's a weekly quest that gives you 5k of the currency. And it's just like it's fast. It takes like 11 minutes. You can even come in the last couple minutes. And it's up once an hour. It's not a hard thing to drop by and do. As long as you do the last boss, then you've done the weekly quest. Lucky for me, farmed 150k gold before the World Quest Gold nerf. Nice, was broken, not gonna lie. I'm hoping it feels equally as good in the War Within with new races and World Quests and whatnot. What quest is it? It's called the Big Dig. Traitor's Rest. You can pick it up here in the Azure Span. Also, boss is coming up. You can pick it up here in the Azure Span. Pretty much anytime you want. And when the sky turns purple, you gotta make sure to head over behind the skeleton and do the boss. The currency is for transmog. There is a transmog vendor that is thankfully located right here. It didn't used to be for a long time. They used to make you go all the way out to Thaldarazzus. But yeah, there's a vendor in that camp. We'll take a look at it in a sec. They sell various cosmetic weapons and there's armor sets and stuff. The big... What now? Never gets old. Listen. I don't know what to tell you. Glad I wasn't in a call. It's not my fault they named it this. There we go. So that gives us 5k. We also get a little bit from the different items that we got. It was better before the event broke because you were able to do various jobs that would give you fragments as well. And doing the jobs was able to give more... Doing the jobs progressed the meter at the top, which gave everybody in the area more of those tomes to break down. So it used to be better. I always keep hoping that they're going to fix it to put it back to its old levels. But anyway.
I've seen things that would scare you.
Mentally, I'm 12. So this is the vendor. She's right in the tent by the person that gives the weekly quest. And there's various things here. So there's a mount that I have. I haven't bought this cap yet. Oh yeah, it's the hat that I was mad about having a large buckle that was perfectly dead center. A couple of backpacks. The weapons are generally kind of like archaeologist themed. There's also a couple of different glasses. I have like, I don't know, half of this stuff. I told myself I was working through these things now though. The rest of the armor set. So if I have 11k, oh man, I'm gonna be so close to getting the rest of the set. I'll buy the pants, the trousers, and that leaves me with 4,500. So next time I can get the boots.
Remember the
That's
sun
something.
well.
At least we got it done this week. There's also another colorway of the armor set that you can get as drops from the boss directly. So if maybe I can find it here. I wonder if it's in here. Oh man, we can see the new stuff. Forget the old stuff. We can see oh. New War Within things. That's a good hat. Got so mad about that hat. Map real quick. Want to know where it's located? Yeah, we're in the Azure span, kind of here, halfway between Antonitis and Braconite Hollow. Just a little bit down. Big dig. It's always in that location. Is there a different mount? There is a different mount. You're right. The boss drops this. The boss has a chance to drop this one. It seems like a pretty good drop rate. I forgot about this thing. The Halifal Zone transmog's so good. Can't wait to collect it. Ooh. Wow. What do I want to wear from this? Oh, that's the PvP stuff. And then the Nerebar Palace set. I feel like I'm going to wear these shoulders with other stuff. I can't wait to transfer and collect the next expansion. Can you believe it's a week away? We're going to be able to get all these questing sets. Everything that drops, we're going to be able to learn. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave her here for the moment. And then I was going to count my alts. It is a week. Crazy. Absolute lunacy. Any requirement for me to get the currency? No, you can just show up and get it. And it's just for cosmetics, so if you don't want them, you don't have to you don't have to do it at all. Totally optional. But you don't need to do any prerequisite quests. There is a short prereq quest line that you can do that unlocks world quests that gives you access to more of the currency. But you can farm it just fine doing the event once a week. Okay. How many 70s do I have? 1. 2. Because this one doesn't count. She's only level 40. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Jess was 19. 20. Not 70. 21. Boy! I don't know if boy needs a new outfit for summertime. 22, 23, 24, 25. Ripsy, what are you all doing all the way down there? 26. That's the grand total. There, Gorla, you go hang out with the unleveled characters. This is a name hold. This one's probably getting deleted. I don't need that druid. Wormbin is iconic. That used to be my bank alt. She's still holding on to some stuff in her mail and bags and stuff. And then this was my Minari Warlock that I made and leveled halfway before I stopped. Looking fancy, boy. Fell down remix pre-patch event leveling spree. Now I have too many alts. I don't know what to play in the War Within now. I actually forget what number I just said. I actually fully forgot. hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. See, 26 feels like reasonable to me. Maybe it's because that's how many alts I have, but it feels like the right number for me. Yeah, you can customize an existing Draenei to be a Minari. You would need to unlock the color, though. There's a short quest line. Didn't set up a prediction. Remix alts will convert to Dragonflight. They'll stay level 70, and they will convert out to being they'll get some 468 gear, I think.
No time for nostalgia, champion.
In a couple of days when Remix ends. Remix ends right here. It's marked in your calendar in game. 3670s. Oh. Remix has been detrimental to my low alt status. 467, small gold gift. I wonder if having, like, I know it's just enough gold to get them like started or whatever, but I wonder if I'll feel like I've done well just if I like collect all that gold, because like, you know, get them started with what? If I wasn't so invested in DK, it would be a warlock, just not super into casting. Squeeze out one more alt. All the mounts, not all the mogs. I mean, it doesn't take too long to do. Khadgar's wrong. Always time for nostalgia. Throw all the gold in the warband bank. Exactly. And then spend it all so I can be broke. No gold left for Hazel. 4 30 slot bags keep their gold. I feel like them being 30 slot bags, like, it wouldn't be the end of the world for them to be 32. Not that it's a big deal, the 2 slots, but it's just like you can buy 32 slot bags for like 20 gold. But the idea of like, I mean, I guess I'm just not going to do that. I'm probably not going to bother. Those characters are probably going to keep those bags until forever. Also, Jiraxis, you're really kind of yelling at me. Can you please keep it down? I had my dialogue turned way up for something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was doing something where I wanted to hear him. I would assume pre-patch event vendors will stick around for a while. And you just won't be able to get the currency anymore after War Within comes out. But I don't know. Maybe they'll go away when War Within comes out. Not even the top collector in your guild? No, I don't think I am. I would assume it's Trogor, or on one of his characters. He's a very strong collector. But there's a bunch of them. Realm hopping to buy Mog and pets like a menace. The Warbanks come in clutch. Wish they would remove Vigor, make it infinite. I think that might be the first time I've heard that one. Farming the event with an XP locked character. Not one item yet. Try more later. The drop rates really discouraged me from trying to brute force out the recruit gear. I'm glad I got the shield, but I'm not even going to try for the offhand. And the cloaks seem like a lost cause to me. It just seems like it's too hard. Fubuki. Yeah, that's Trogor. Want your frenzy tracker? Mine is noisy. Where did I get mine from? Barbed shot frenzy tracker. There you go. Offhand kept dropping for me like it's nothing on mage. When abouts? Like recently? I feel like the gear drop levels kind of reduced at a certain point. Oh, there's Lich King's up. Yesterday? Okay. Maybe I should spend some more time on Gorla. Every time I tell myself it's basically not happening, somebody tells me something that makes me think maybe I shouldn't have given up so soon. Try a mage then. My warlock should be eligible. At least once in a warlock too, yeah. Maybe I should get her to 70 before but I promise that this is my last ult. What am I gonna do? Change my mind? I got a raid. Welcome, raiders. Thank you for stopping by. Bad drops. Yesterday was better. No shield yet. Got in the boots like 10 times now, though. Bubbling a tank to 70, then another one to 45 to get the shield. Mage, you got the tome by 18. I guess it's just RNG. The cloaks I am still writing off as an absolute lost cause. I got the shields. I don't have the book. I had kind of given up on the book, but you guys are talking me back into it. I guess if we have time anyways. I don't think it's going to take us a whole week to get another 30 levels on this character. I think it'll be another, like, day. Because it's not even 11 right now. I've got another hour today. Cloaks I got by playing Horde tunes. Book should be easier. Yeah, it should be easier than the cloaks. Yeah, some boots. I was wearing white quality boots. That'll actually help quite a lot. I want to do Thorim, but like, I don't know if there'll be enough people to do him because this is like the Lich King won't spawn again. Maybe a few people might stop by. One last boss kill.
We overcame this once, and we will once more.
Because yeah, when I was leveling my shaman, I got the shield like 3 times.
In the mountains. But you
In the mountains.
were out.
Got lucky in my drag there. For the offhand? I'm assuming? I'm just not getting that much gear in general. Oh, for some reason I thought, oh no, it's leather boots I need, not mail. Not that the boots really matter. So if this character is 70, this would be number 27. And then if I did Gorla, that would be number 28 for level 70s. And if I did an Earthen, that would make 29. And then I would need one more. Just to make it a nice round number. Stay your arms. I yield. What do you use your ults for? Not much. Transmog and mount farming for sure. They come in very handy whenever we're trying to grind a mount out of a boss, like a rare boss. I will occasionally like move a ton of characters out there and then just kill it like 20 times in a day on different characters. I've kind of run out of farms like that to do for at least a little bit. You know, we got like all the Shadowlands rare drop mounts and stuff. 2 Earthen for Horde and Ally? Why? Getting the urge to level a 5th druid? I mean, there doesn't ever have to be a why or a why not in terms of ults. You can, if it feels right, then it feels right, but I don't know. There's not like a huge incentive for me to do Horde or Alliance. I feel like I don't even really, I guess these are all Alliance characters, but it's not something I think about a ton. We definitely have some Horde around. 7 druids. More options for deciding what you feel like. Oh, Boppin, that was her name, that's right. Mainly, like, with this many ults at endgame, I'm not using them in endgame. Like, even when I had, like, 15 of them, the most I would do was I was taking all of them through... What was I doing in Dragonflight? I was taking all of them through something, but it takes ages. A lot of them just kind of sit in the loading screen and look pretty. And the point was to level them, and they're not really needed for anything. I used to delete characters like that, but I've just kind of accepted that some of them... Sometimes they're just, like, relics of... You know, once I wanted an undead priest. Also, I'm fixing her transmog. She has a much better mog than that she can wear. Yes. As long as that quest... Sorry. to Marbaret. Do the rare remix transmog leveling pieces drop from the quest loot boxes. As long as it's from the same zone... If the zone was in the same... As long as it's the same zone, yeah. Karakta. This thing. I'm so salty about this. Her action bars are a mess. I was just fixing her transmog, but... Karakta was, I guess, the last thing I tried to do 15 times a day. I was never able to get through that many, but it didn't drop for me anyway. Nightmare. Favorite characters in WoW? Mine! I like Kelsey Steelspark. She's pretty cool. I liked the crazy alchemist guy in Maldraxxus. My assistant. Imagine Croc even showing up 15 times a day, right? Could never. I had different looks for this for this undead Shadow Priest. She's got a pirate look. She's got a she could hide her pants in that one now. Now that we're allowed to do that. There we go. She's got a lovely dress look with a big halo. She's got a Black Rock Foundry look. Very classic. This is for when she's gardening. She's got her garden hoe in her sleeves. It's a Blood Priest. Pandaren. She has awesome mogs. With the original like warlocky looking robe and another Venthyr back piece. That's the one I was thinking of putting back on, was the Undead Heritage. I'm not convinced on the staff. I'll take another look at the staff and then springtime. It's a nice staff and the colors do kind of go. Have I gotten anything more recently? I mean, yeah, that's better. It's not actually quite as good of a color match. It's a little bit too, the pink is not quite fitting, but whatever. I think it's cool. Especially maybe we can put like a something on it. I don't often mog weapon enchants, actually. I mainly, if I'm gonna mog a weapon enchant, I mean, that's not bad, just like a nice little glow. I mainly mog Primal Victory because it's the one that I had that's the hardest to get. And you know what? I'm going for it again. It's the only one that I mog because it's the only one in my life that's a flex. There we go. Look, she can look. Also, the weapon mog literally doesn't matter because she's wearing the Undead Heritage back piece. So she has to pull out her weapon for it to even show up. Born of the Northern Sea, thank you for the 39-month resub. It's finally getting to the final countdown. Hope everything is going amazingly, Hazel. Thank you. Oh yeah, Bonsomdi is a good character. What is Primal Victory from? It was from getting 2400 rated arena rating in Warlords of Draenor. There was also a red one. I don't know how I lost it, but I only have the blue one. I could not explain that to you. I thought I had both of them, and then the season ended, and then I realized I only had the blue one. But that's fine. I like blue better than red anyway. There's people like camping this. It makes me kind of want to stick around, but I had a character to level. I didn't get Glad that season, though. It was the closest I ever came, and I didn't get it. Glad when I unlock heritage stuff when characters exit remix. Favorite of the new class sets? I don't know if I would recall what they look like. I'd say priest just because I'm a priest main, but yeah, that's better. Come on, that's a vibe. It's a little bit mixed and matched too. It's not completely Undead Heritage. The bottom of it I think is from like Aberrus, like priest armor with like this little capey skirt thing. Yeah. Anyway, I was lovely. Anyway, I started blast. Put in a ticket and get the red. That's an optimistic thing to think. I couldn't even get an achievement fixed that was like current content, verifiably broken. I couldn't get anything out of a ticket other than just, that sucks. It's bold of you to assume that I could get the other enchant color after however many years ago Warlords of Draenor was. We're switching right over to a new one here. Not sure how I feel about the new Death Knight set. Very Aztecish. Hello, Hazel. How's the day going? Hello, Larry. Going pretty good. Not too bad. I had a bit of a chaotic start to stream. I was trying to juggle kitty cat and eat breakfast and drink coffee and start the stream, and it's a bit messy. It was a little all over the place this morning. But we made it. We're settled. It's my own fault for not getting out of bed earlier. I got out of bed at like 7:30, and I'm like, that's enough time to like do the yoga and then walk the dog and get ready and stuff. And I even did like a little not half-hearted, but I did like a shorter version of my yoga practice. I kind of rushed through a few bits of it because I was like, I gotta take this dog for a walk, and I was still running late. Hard to beat the Emirdersil DK set with anything for me. Try to go to Starlight Sinclair and Pandaria to get a Warlords of Draenor enchant. Here, let's do the first boss here. Let's wait for the Fire Lord to come up, and then we'll give it a try. I'm open. I'm really skeptical though. Yeah, WAD. Cause like I tried to go back and get it at the time. Not everyone's looking forward to being underground. Low-key excited for it all. Be a nice change for a bit. The zones really feel like exciting and unique and open to me. I was worried about it all being underground when I first went into alpha and beta to test it. I was really concerned about it, and it turned out to be not claustrophobic feeling at all to me. I didn't want to spend an entire expansion in basically the Zerla Caverns, and thankfully, that's not what it is. I was worried about it. A new WoW cinematic. I've missed a few of them. I haven't watched a couple of them. Maybe I should. Maybe I should just watch some of them, you know? What's the worst that can happen? They could demonetize my stream VOD on YouTube and I could lose a whole $4. Poisoned pumpkins. Do I still need a Shadowlands tome for undead dinosaurs and hunter? That's a great question. It's $4 whole. It's not nothing. I got another polar. Evil Teddy, thank you for the 4-month resub. I could also cut out that part on the YouTube VOD if it was a real problem. Dropped the short like 5 minutes ago. The next 2D cinematic. Did you guys like the first one? I haven't seen it. Maybe I should just at some point like catch up on all of this, but I want to also be like leveling. It was good? I should do a little catch up watching time. I should have done that while I was eating my breakfast. Is just watched all the cinematics, and that way I wouldn't have had to worry about feeling like I have to react because I would have just been like, you know, eating. It was really good. Okay. Go scoop by her car here. I think I left my window open. Hang on. Wait. I was kind of huffing the hopium that it was a trailer for a little TV show. I love the vagabond hood from the trading post for Forsaken. Played the game since vanilla. First expansion that I've basically looked at nothing to prepare. What is the thing that you are singly most excited for? It's not exactly content, but warbands. Having everything be so much more alt-friendly and account-wide and smooth and seamless for like collecting and not worrying about, oh man, I started on one character and I wanted to switch but my reps don't carry over, like having the reps be combined, just incredible. Makes me feel so much better about getting started in a new expansion. Love an animated Warcraft TV show. After we do our first rotation here and we do Ragnaros, I will maybe take a short break and then come back and do a little movie time. We can catch up and watch a few of these different cinematics. I'll see if I can find everything that I've missed and do a bunch of it back to back. I'm pleased with how this leveling's been going, though. I think at this rate, tomorrow, or maybe the next day, this hunter will be 70. Even if I don't level it at all off stream.
I wonder what Azeroth is trying to tell us with these.
I don't know if Blizzard could do an arcane, but I would love to see them try. I wonder if the success of arcane has made them think about it. I betcha it's crossed somebody's mind. Because for a long time, people had been saying, man, I would watch a whole movie made like a Blizzard cinematic. And the fact of it was that Blizzard cinematics were just so intricate and expensive to produce that it would have just been wildly unfeasible to make an entire movie like that, like a feature-length film. But that's not what I mean, I haven't watched Arcane, but my understanding is that's not what Arcane is, and that's not how these new shorts have been done. Like, they can use different art styles and animation styles to, like, storytell and make media like that without needing to go all in and make everything like a Wrath cinematic. So maybe they're thinking about it. There was the Warcraft movie. Let us never forget the Warcraft movie. I kind of like it. I own it on iTunes. I watch it again every now and then. It was alright. It was perfect for somebody like me who just kind of wanted to like watch a movie and wasn't too fussed about the details. And I was just like, hey, look, it's an orc. Wow, he's really big. You should watch Arcane if you haven't. I think it's just because of the pure stubborn person in me that like it's one of those things that I've been recommended it so many times that I don't want to watch it just by default, which is not a very mature response from me. It's not a good way to be, but it's a feeling I've had occasionally whenever I feel like something is just like so many people are like, you have to see it, and I'm like, why? No, I don't want to, because I'm totally grown up, very mature. Kiddo had a phase of asking me to watch the Warcraft movie a whole bunch. Like the animation style of some of the shorts. Mm. Need to be in the mood to start something. I get it. I also, I'm picky and have a hard time with TV, and I don't feel like my image or general vibe online gives people a very good idea of what I actually like to watch or play. So some people have a good read on it, but by and large, I often get recommended things that aren't really up my alley just because I don't know, picky. I mainly watch like documentaries, reality TV, competition reality TV. It's kind of unusual these days for me to watch like a fictional series at all, let alone an animated one. Same way, if I have to watch something against my will, it gives me a bad impression. I feel the same way about Game of Thrones, still never watched it. Should have made the movie like they did do the cinematics. The style would be 1,000 times, 10,000 times better. Yeah. I just don't think it was, like, feasible. It would have been, like, just insane amounts of money. And I don't, like, I think the movie did make back its budget when you consider the global market in China, but I don't know. It didn't do well enough for them to make another one, that's for sure. Yeah, it did well in China. It didn't do, like, Avengers numbers, though. The only thing I've had someone kidnap me to go watch was The Princess Bride. Skeptical because of the title. Zero Regrets, still one of the best. That's funny because I had literally that exact same experience with that movie. I had a fair amount of movies, especially from that like kind of like 80s to early 90s shown to me, and I kept being like, I'm too young for this. I'm not nostalgic for it. I'm sure it's wonderful, but like it's one of those things you had to see when you were younger. And for some other properties, I did feel that way, but for The Princess Bride, I watched it and I was like, oh no, I love it. And I still rewatch that one every now and again. It's perfect. No notes. Working my way through the Olympic VODs and CBC Gems. So much great content. I haven't watched any since it ended, but I was so bummed when the Olympics was over because I had so much fun watching it. It was so cool. Most of my friends like the Warcraft movie without knowing anything from the game. Oh, I got the recruit sturdy bow from that. Okay, I'm gonna turn in this daily. I'm gonna take a short actual break. I know I've been getting up and down a ton, but I'm gonna actually put the BRB screen on for a minute. Check on the dog and everything. And when I come back, we can do a little movie time. This character is level 45. Here, I will log out so her playtime doesn't get inflated. BRB. Okay, alrighty. Let's see here. So I would need to kill the sound from here. Take a minute and get myself set up here. We can do a... Oh, that's add-ons. We need... Yeah, kill game sound for a second. Pull up a window. Warcraft YouTube. Actually, let me grab an extension here. You guys will be able to see this, don't worry. I'm assuming all the relevant cinematics are on their YouTube channel. Looking good. Oh, I drank all my water. I drank all my water! How long do we have left? 45 minutes? 1 sec, sorry. I'm gonna grab my other earbud too. Put them both in for a change. Very important to stay hydrated when streaming. You lose a lot of water yapping at your mouth. All right. So let's see what they've posted here. They just posted, because I've missed a bunch of stuff, so we're gonna watch a few different things from them. They had 2 weeks ago was the official cinematic. I haven't seen any of these on stream. Threads of Destiny. The story so far. And then Light and Shadow. This is like, you can see I started watching it, but I did not finish. I mean, these are not long. I think I want to start here with the cinematic. We can skip the Kazoo remix. And then we can 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Let's see here. Make sure I get it turned up a little bit so everybody can hear. Because I think it's a longer version than the one that I had seen. That's pretty cool. We love her. Yeah, I haven't watched this yet. Can I be one of them? I'll make a hairdo. Does tightening a buckle work if it's already, the pin is already through the hole? The Heronir stealing this from me. forget any race, I need that class. Can we have those animations? That was cool. I like that. I did feel like it... It was like all of the footage was really cool. The music was very cool. I'm very excited for seeing all of those different things. I do feel like usually trailers have a more specific like build of energy and then like a release. And I don't... This one felt a little bit more steady all the way through. It was like equally cool throughout the whole thing. Everyone's liking any other race in the earth. It says a lot. Arabians are genuinely creepy now. Imagine if they released a version of this trailer, except instead of the Arabian, it's just a big crab. It's not even like a nice looking one. It's just like the in-game model. Yeah, we're getting there. I haven't watched it yet. We're getting there. I want to catch up with this one. This came out 9 days ago. I haven't seen it. I actually don't even know what this is.
Slender is the strand that guides our destiny, known only by true sacrifice. In our kingdom of Ashkahet, no one understood this sacrifice more than Queen Neferis, my mother. I saw this when the Black Empire came to conscript us for their last stand at Nylofa. My mother refused them.
For this treachery, your line will sever itself. This kingdom will wither with the waning of your worth.
Her strength defined us that day. And in that moment, we felt destined for greatness. But in the years that followed, our greatness was tarnished. Look at them out there. Wretched, starving.
I am not immune to our people's suffering. I believe better days will come.
Not if you keep failing to seize the moment. What was the point of you freeing our future, only to leave us buried in the past?
You comprehend so little. There is much for you to learn before you can be queen.
Mother! Mother!
Zarek? Are you seeing this?
You have heard my voice in your dreams, Great Queen.
The Harbinger.
Yes, of the empire that was. But the old gods are dead. The empire lies in ashes. And a shadow has fallen on your kingdom. But the blood of the old gods can make your people powerful again. Your reign could last for eternity. All you have to do is take my
words are tempting, but the cost is too great. I would never risk my kingdom for such power.
Mother, who are you talking to?
Oh, ghosts, dearest. As always, they are my ready counsel.
I'm not sorry for what I said. I only want our people to be great once more.
Greatness is fleeting. What we must do now is endure. Your time will come, child, but only when you are ready. What have you done?
You're not the only one seeing ghosts, Mother.
How sad to have a queen so wise, and yet so ignorant to the call of destiny.
You.
Her name is Zalatath. You had your chance, Mother. With this power, Ashkahet is unbound. We will rise. We will conquer. And together, we will finally claim our destiny.
Long live Queen Ansrak.
Okie dokie. That was nice. Facelift. New power. I was in the middle of it. I was expecting Ansarek's mother to accept Zalatath because she was a better salesperson than the first guy that she crumbled into dust, and then she didn't, and I'm like, oh, good for you, and then it didn't matter. Same old betrayal script gets pretty old. We have a fair amount of parent murdering going on in this story, or at least the memorable ones. But you know, she's a. I feel like we're gonna deal with her fairly early, so I'm not setting my whole life on it. Yeah. So Scoot's got you with the link for that one. I'll link the next one. I'm just picking these off the World of Warcraft YouTube page. This is literally the official WoW YouTube channel, and I'm just sorting videos by recent and kind of picking through. The cinematic was here. That was called Threads of Destiny. I don't know if we want to watch the story so far. Maybe. I want to watch the new Illyria Light and Shadow thing. This might get us caught up. So much Arthas vibes. Void insects, not much to expect from them. I mean, they almost could have been not void insects. Maybe. I don't know. The Ansarek's motivations didn't seem all that complex aside from, I guess, being frustrated that her people weren't doing very well and then just being, like, naive. That seemed like the only two things that let Zalatath get an in on her. Part of the original Black Empire. Oh. They're perfect. I want them. The one you get in-game when you connected since pre-patch. Yeah, but I skipped it. But I guess if everybody's seen it, we can skip right past that. Let's watch the new Illyria short. I will link it this time. There you go.
When we are young, we are taught to revere the light. But when I turn to it, I see only fire. The fire of pain, of loss, the choices I made. Quel'Thalas, home. Until the Horde threatened everything. My family was sworn to protect it. protect it we did. When Sylvanas and I fought together, we fought as one. But the conflict here was growing, pulling my sister and I apart.
So that's why she hates trees.
How can you leave? You would choose the Alliance over Quel'Tha loss. Our home.
It's not just our kingdom at risk. If the Horde isn't beaten back, others will fall. I have to go.
But you're abandoning your family.
I am doing this for our family. I lost a sister that day. Had I known that my actions would curse Sylvanas to her fate, would I have chosen differently? I left my home to fight this war to the end. I had no idea how far away that fight would take me. Yet despite the war, I found my life's true love, Turalyon. And together we fought side by side, until we became three. But beyond the boundaries of our world, our enemies grew powerful.
You can make your stand here. Why risk marching into the unknown?
Our only choice is to take the fight to them before it's too late. Should we not succeed,
I will keep him safe. Just come back.
We'll return before you know it, Eritor.
had I known that I would not see my son again until he was a man himself, would I have still left? I had given everything for this fight. The only thing left to give was myself. There was no other way. In order to defeat the darkness, I had to embrace it. So embrace it I did. But at what cost? Turalyon, who had known me, loved me, fought beside me, now saw me differently.
What have you done?
The shadow, it saved us.
No. I would rather have died than see you fall to evil.
Turalyon didn't understand, but I could not fault him. If I had known that embracing the shadow would push him away, would I have sought another path? No. All of the things I did for a reason. War is sacrifice. And I have sacrificed everything to protect those I love. To keep them safe. And if it takes sacrificing myself to protect our world, I will not hesitate. I am a soldier of Azeroth.
That's pretty cool. I like that. It was a different... I was expecting it to be an animation style similar to the Ansurek one, and it was completely different. It was cool. They're really not afraid to try new stuff. Let's get our game sound back on and then turn that back down to where it belongs. Somewhere in like the 17 range. What time is it? 35. Music surprised me, it's a bit different. Not certain a fan of the newer animation. It felt very classic to me. I agree with the He-Man She-Ra comparison. That was the first thing I thought was He-Man. Did you tame the newly tameable hunter pets? No, not yet. Every time they do pre-expac animation is a little different. Oh, something going on though. Should we do?
It's fascinating how strongly
Anybody doing this one?
remembers these events.
Or should we go straight to Hakar? Or X-Men 97, of which I was a fan. Shame they haven't made another audio story since 1,000 Years of War. So good. I don't know if that one's going to show up for me. We'll try the pumpkins.
No time for nostalgia, champion.
My favorite thing of the three that we watched was definitely the actual cinematic with the Haranir and with oh, I forget her name, but the Arathor, the new Arathor character that we're getting. That was very cool. That, I think, got me the most hyped of the three of them. Farron, thank you. Let's see if I can try to remember that. We'll be questing with her a fair bit in just another week. You know what it reminds me of? Orcs? The animation style from the Warcraft game that was never released. I don't know if I know about this. Warcraft game that was never released. So hyped for next week. I'm gonna keep saying it's next week until it like sinks in, because I don't think I really believe it yet. I know it, but I don't know if I feel it. The Thrall one, it was a point and click adventure game. This is brand new information to me. That's crazy. Partly the 2 start dates, I think. Yeah. Late 90s never happened. Platinum did a great video on it. Yeah. I know in my brain the 22nd is kind of the launch date. The early access is the one that's gonna kind of feel like launch for me, because that's what I'm starting, I suppose. Maybe we'll get twice the launch day hype. Maybe it'll feel like we get to do launch day twice. Although I know on the second one I'll be like already half leveled. I don't know if I'll be fully leveled within 4 days. I don't always level very quickly when expansions first come out. I don't usually have that kind of stamina anymore. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. The early access thing. I don't think it's good, but it is what it is. I'm right there with you. Beta plus. Yeah, I think there's going to be some pretty serious functionality issues. Mythics and Raider delayed. Not a massive rush to level. Yeah, that's always nice. Although it's always true. I don't think I've ever been late to be leveled for raid. I've never missed like the first raid of an expansion because I wasn't finished leveling yet. That's never happened to me. However, I am a pretty slow leveler when expansions first come out because I spend way too much time chasing butterflies. Like I'm doing all kinds of different things and I don't have very much focus. And every time I'll do that, and then I'll like look at like my guild info, and I'll see other people in my guild that are like, I'll be like level like, I don't know, 72, and everybody else is like 78, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done? Where am I again? Sticking to my guns, not buying into it. Just be. I respect your conviction. Cancel my WoW sub. Won't have time to play War Within, but sad. Hoping Midnight comes out in 2 years, not earlier, so I can play it because it looks so cool. I think that for a lot of people, that's the one that people are really excited about. And the War Within is exciting, but it's for some people, it's kind of like a gap bridger. Something along the lines of, how many shamans can I get to 80 before I burn out on leveling? I have a feeling that I'm going to want to level just by, like, I don't know, noodling around and questing and stuff. And I'm like, I'm already feeling like I'm going to be, however I end up wanting to do it, it's going to be wrong. And if I'm streaming, someone's going to be like, listen, you're doing it wrong. And I'll have to be like, yeah. So, what's the trouble? What's the big idea? It's not ideal to get defensive in advance about something that hasn't even happened yet. I main a priest on WoW. I play a gnome holy priest. And I'm planning to dabble a little bit more in Shadow this expansion too. Don't think I'll make a hard effort to level, so much as take the bonus days to get things like flying glyphs, etc. Are they doing flying glyphs again? I feel like I should know that, and I don't. There are. Oh. Take my time, plan to do the meta achievement, take it easy, soak in all of it. I'm gonna want to get at least a couple of the wild pets tamed. I always like taming a few different wild pets while I'm leveling, just to have them out with me while I'm, like, leveling. So I'll do a little bit of pet battling. I'll do a lot of questing. I won't stress too much about exploring and getting, like, all the treasures and stuff early. I probably won't even turn on something like a handy notes, because sometimes the overwhelming map is a little bit too much for me early. Professions are hard, because I'm going to want to start them right away, but I also am going to be more concerned with just, like, getting leveled. Oh, 48.
I wonder what Azeroth is trying to tell us with these echoes.
Oh, I have a lot of talents to spend. I was wondering why I was hurting so much. I'm going to do profs on my 4 main characters. I'm going to do profs on my main for sure. Alchemy, certainly. And then it's a question of either enchanting or engineering. I don't think I ever got counter shot, actually. I think I didn't spec into the... Hang on a second. Let's get an interrupt, shall we? Will we get a Hazel Nail stream ahead of launch this year? I think we'll have to do something. We'll do something to get on a few hours early. Well, we'll see, because I'm also going to want to stay on for a few hours, and we'll want to manage our stamina a little bit, but I'll do something to get on early and hang out and have fun before the switch flips. Weekly cap with catch-up, you got time. Yeah, that's true. What if I don't figure out what I need to do weekly early enough? We'll get to the bottom of it. I just need to remember that there's no... You can't, like, lose. Everything's gonna be fine. Even if I don't do everything perfectly. And I'm not going to do everything perfectly. But even if I do things, like, fairly suboptimally, it's not going to, like, ruin my year or anything like that. It's going to be okay. No kicks, all DPS. Alchemy Pit coming also. It is gross looking. Pre-launch expac waiting rooms always have fun. Just stewing the hype. I don't have as much nail art stuff as I did when I did my Shadowlands nail art launch stream. I still have stamping plates, but I don't have as much different stamping polish and stuff. Also, I made like a big mess of my nails at that time. It was a fun mess. That's true. I had a little owl on my nail to represent the stewards. Imagine doing like a snack prep stream. You're just in the kitchen, like live streaming off the phone, being like, "Hey, we got the Doritos. We got the trail mix." I don't know actually what I'm gonna get. I'm not really a snacking person, but you know, I almost want to just for the vibe. I have main and a main not locked in, struggling with what other classes I want to play. I'm still not feeling 100% committed to Barnacles as my tank cult, but I think my tank cult is like a fairly low problem in the grand scheme of things. Full snack lineup. I was gonna say I should stock up on coconut waters, but lately I've been buying canned coconut water to drink, but I only get one if I go to the yoga studio and I do a full yoga practice in a day. Then I can come home and have one. If I didn't go to the studio, like they're for yoga studio days. You can't just have coconut water if you didn't go to yoga. That's not the rule. Sure, we can do something else. Make some smoothies or something. I could buy a few pre-made smoothies. That wouldn't be the end of the world. Clearing up all adult responsibilities before launch. I just stream myself like vacuuming. Wiping down my kitchen, scrubbing the kitchen sink. Love snacking on veggies, especially while produce is particularly fresh during the summer. I was watching TV and eating raspberries because the raspberries were on sale, so I had... And they were like the biggest raspberries I'd ever seen in my life. They were comically large. They were pretty good. They weren't amazing, but they were pretty good. But I was just like, I had a little dish of them and I was on the couch snacking, and I thought to myself, I'm insufferable, but I actually enjoy this more than candy. Like, I had been buying chocolate and candy because I'd been trying to, like, recapture that magic of just trying to satiate a craving. And eventually, it just wasn't doing it, and I eventually just gave up and had some fruit, and I'm like, oh man, this is actually where it's at, but I'm, like, the worst. Like, if teenage me was listening to some 30-year-old lady being like, I actually prefer fruit to chocolate, I would have loathed her. I've become what I most despise. Sanctimonious. Is my pet dead? Is that what's going on? Love cauliflower with ranch. I like carrot sticks, but I don't think they're going to be a good choice for streaming because I choke on them because I try to talk before I'm done chewing them and it takes me way too long to chew them. Cherry tomatoes with barbecue Tabasco. Ooh, that sounds good. I've never tried that. Whenever I've had cherry tomatoes, I literally just eat them straight with like nothing, but that's a good idea. I like barbecue sauce. I'm a pescatarian that likes barbecue sauce. Probably because it's very, very sweet.
No time for nostalgia, champion.
Entire bottle, 60 calories. Yeah, I guess it's barbecue Tabasco and it's not like actual barbecue sauce because I'm pretty sure a tablespoon of barbecue sauce is getting there. It's like all sugar, it's just syrup. I'm gonna make Hazel's famous bean burgers, and by famous I mean not famous at all. It's just, you know, it's got a jingle. I haven't made them in years, actually. Barbecue grilled shrimp for my partner. Says it's good. Oh, sounds pretty good. I want... Yeah, this way. Sweet potato burger time. Those are sandwiches. I don't know why the sweet potato one is a sandwich and the bean one is a burger, but we make those sometimes. Those I do. Those are like a bi-weekly kind of thing. I have actually. I bought a few yams. I've got some ready, and I have like tons of onions. I bought a bag of onions without realizing that I still had a bag of onions, so I have like a whole cupboard just like filled with like medium yellow onions. Because I use them in a lot of different things that I cook, but I haven't really been cooking much lately. I go through phases with cooking. I'll do a lot of it for a while, or what I feel like is a lot of it, and then I will spiral and then do none of it for a while. French onion soup? French onion soup? Time to make French onion soup. Sweet potatoes are burrito fillings? As a medium of getting sour cream in my body. I also love sweet potato or yam in burritos or tacos or like a burrito bowl. It's 10 minutes to lunchtime. That's why I'm talking like this. Just an hour-long stream of watching onions caramelize. And then I burn them at the very end, and it's just very upsetting to everybody. Everybody unsubscribes. People like take their merch, fold it up, send it to Goodwill. Don't need this anymore. You guys good? I am listening. My late mother-in-law burned rice in the microwave because she was trying to do red beans and rice in the microwave. Oh. Still have that sweet potato sandwich recipe saved? I still make it. It's like a rotation recipe for me. I made garden burgers last night, but they were just like frozen soy patties that I bought on sale that I was a little skeptical about, and they were all right. They were fine. I love making veggie burgers at home, but it's mainly an excuse for me to just eat ciabatta buns because I really like ciabatta bread. It's so good. Made a bunch of mac and cheese. Why not? Mint yogurt and black bean burgers. Oh. Mint yogurt. If I ever became gluten intolerant and couldn't have bread anymore, I would need to do some deep soul searching on the side of a mountain somewhere to find some new source of joy in my life, because otherwise that would be a problem. I am relying heavily on bread for spiritual, emotional, and physical sustenance. Plant-based meat products, have to tell you these. What are they? Plant-based chicken nuggets called Nugs. They're the most amazing nuggets I've ever had. Oh, we got something like that from... Oh, where did we get? We got takeout from a fast food place, and they sold like a plant-based, not chicken nugget. I don't remember where it was from, but they were actually pretty good. I wouldn't eat them all the time. Stuff like that doesn't it sits really heavy with me. It's hard to digest, but they're tasty for like a treat, you know. We love loaf. How does one join the bread cult? Listen, if you're asking, you're already in. Can never find them anymore. Post 2 a.m. Truck McD's veg chicken nuggets. Does McDonald's sell them? I feel like it was somewhere crazy like KFC. But maybe not. For me, that's cheese. Cheese is happiness. I also really love cheese. I like getting just like little bits and just like nibbling like a little squirrel. I swear I'm just a gremlin in my own house. I think it's an EU thing. There's a good chance the regular nuggets don't contain meat. There you go. My partner's out fishing this morning, and I had some text videos from him, and he saw whales like really close up.
It's fascinating how strong
And I'm jealous. He keeps saying I should go with him, but I would have to get up at like 4 a.m. and then we would have to leave pretty early so that I could get home in time to be ready for stream. 4 a.m. versus whales, yeah, I know, but they were like right there. It was an incredible video. Yeah, it's 3 times in a row he's gone without me, and every single time there's been whales there. And whenever we go to that spot together, no whales. Never whales. I've only ever seen whales in person once, and that was last summer when we went fishing together in a different spot. Stay up late, sleep on the drive. I'm driving. I'm the one that's driving. Oh, do well a little sleep. Oh, man. Wow. He's the whale whisperer.
Ragnaros threatened to swallow Azeroth in flame. No wonder she remembers him.
Do awesome whale and dolphin tours in Florida. They do whale tours here, but I like watching them from the shore. I feel a bit bad whenever you see a whale, because sometimes, like, if the boats get wind of it, the whale watching boats will all beeline in that area, and they're like the whale paparazzi. Like, they just there's laws about how close they can get and how to not disturb the whales and stuff with like noise, but it's still like they're still pretty. It feels disruptive to me. I wouldn't judge anybody for taking a whale watching tour. I love whales. I think they're beautiful. I don't think it's like the worst thing you could do in your life or anything, but just for me, I'd rather try my luck at seeing them from shore. One time kayaking in Alaska, a whale came right next to me, about freaked, but it was a cool experience. This is why, yeah, if I was a whale, I would kind of want to flip the boats too. Be like, hey, leave me alone. I'm just trying to eat over here. Gator safari in Florida was interesting. But I'm lucky that you can sometimes just see whales from shore here because they live around here and they come by now and then. How are we doing? 5 minutes. Leopard gnome obliteration. I actually don't hate the pumpkin task. I've been going back and doing that one sometimes. Felt a bit too flimsy if I know what I mean. Yeah. Plus, if a whale gets into its head that it's gonna rock your boat, it's gonna do it.
It's fascinating how strongly Azeroth remembers these events.
It's gonna wail on you. I don't know why my character... This is a bit of a strange bug, isn't it? So I'm like fighting a boss, right? I'm at range. I'm hitting my cobra shot. I'm hitting my barbed shot. What's wrong with this picture? It's a debuff? Oh, undergeared memories. But why does it give me a dagger? Why am I stabbing the air? Like, I get that my armor's changed. That's fine. Tori with a 21-month resub. Baby, I'm back. Old school melee hunter. Welcome back. Rag's back up again. I'm sitting on 54,000 memories in this character. I think she'll be able to get kitted out just fine. How did you survive a car? Always get deleted. They changed it so it seems to not completely drain your health. It leaves you with a little bit of health. Although it has killed me recently, so I think sometimes I just get lucky. I don't know if I have any brilliant advice. $51K to fully kitted tune from the vendor? Okay. I'll have a weapon already because I got lucky and I got a champion bow, a champion crossbow from the weekly cache. So I won't have to spend on that. Problem is that there's other damage going on. Gotcha. Hazel, are you able to prime sub to yourself for any reimbursement of Amazon Prime costs? Oh man, I think it would give me like $2.50 off my Prime. Also, I don't think I can. I've never tried. Whenever I remember that I have a Prime sub, I usually give it to another streamer. But can you imagine? Once you start, I don't know. I've never done the thing where you like buy gift subs for your own channel to give away. I know people do it sometimes, and I've always wondered if that gets complicated tax-wise. Like, are you able to write off the money you're spending on that because it's a business expense, but it also pays you in some part, and then you would be paying tax on it? It's confusing. Like, it's one of the reasons I never bothered was because I was like, I don't understand how to legally deal with that tax-wise, and I just don't want to worry about it. $250 off Prime that way, and then write the just messy. Messy. Should we go back and do Hakar again? Partner started streaming. This was his first question to me. Anybody doing this? Oh no, it's almost over. I guess everybody's left for now. Oh, it's noon. My stream's... I mean, I can stream as long as I want, but my stream time slot's over. Did we have fun today? Did I do a good job? I feel like I did a good job. I did a good enough job for me. Plus, I got to show you guys my water bottle with all my little stickers on it. It's how that I know it's mine. I don't think anyone's gonna walk. Not that anybody was gonna thieve my water bottle, but like, if I'm looking for it and it's in like a locker room with a bunch of other water bottles, I will be able to find it and identify it right away. Well, mucho fun. I will be back tomorrow for another stream like this. At some point, I might have to start skiving off a little bit of stream time for raid guides, basically. But I don't know when I would start doing that. I've got a schedule that I'm trying to work to, and it's going okay. I put out a YouTube video this morning, so if you've been wondering about Saturday news, I did like a little video update. I've talked about it before on stream as well, but that is up on my YouTube channel now if you were looking for it. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.